Yes. Questions.
Telegram Sam, you're my main man. Oh no, Sam, I know.
For much longer than anticipated. As you know, I'm a ham radio operator, and I watch the sun very closely because when we have sunspots, then we have action in the ionosphere, since the charged particles sort of tickle the ionosphere, and then things get really good for ham radio operators, but things are not getting good at all. Now, does this mean that global warming is perhaps no longer a matter for concern? Should the sun remain quiet, we could be in for a warming reprieve. If you believe that whether or not there are sunspots affects the climate, I'm not sure. I don't think any of us are sure, but it certainly will not stop greenhouse gas emissions, so that if we go through a big solar minimum, if the sun has that kind of an effect on the Earth, then let's think about it for a moment. Everybody's going to breathe easy, aren't they? But then, someday, the sun will get active again, higher than ever in concentrations. So all of a sudden, we're going to have disastrous, quick warming. According to NASA, the sun is at the deepest solar minimum in 100 years. In 2008, there were no sunspots observed, almost 75% of the time. That's incredible. To find an earlier time when the sun has been this calm, you have to go all the way back to 1913, and so far in 2009, the sunspots are even less. Solar physicist Dean Presnell says we're experiencing a very deep solar minimum. And sunspot expert David Hathaway agrees this is the quietest sun we've had in almost a century. Quiet suns come along about every 11 years or so. That's a normal cycle. Or the larger one, 22 years, as a natural part of the sunspot cycle. For the 200 years that astronomers have been viewing the sun, peaks of solar activity